and we're just waiting in line to wake up.
V&O, what you know? What up, though? Y'all see, I'm in honor of my guest today. Not my guest, my guy, man. He's not a guest. He's my man's just a great guy, man. But in honor of him, I don't usually do this, but I'm going raw-headed today. Y'all probably don't even know who this is. Look, no, there's some people that probably don't even know that I lost my hair when I was like 25. So I'm not old, y'all. I just, I lost it when I was 25. So we all good. But man, thank y'all. Thank y'all for coming back to the V&O. We were off last week, man, for Mr. Jamie McGrone. If you are with me on Facebook, man, what a dope experience, man. Mr. Jamie McGrone, if you see this, bro, you are a star, man. I appreciate what you're out there doing, man. I appreciate you being an inspiration to all of us, man. You were very much so an inspiration to me. Jamie McGrone, man, he's I don't even know if I could tell it all, man, but he has a show. The name skips my mind. Y'all seen it on my Facebook, man. It's a dope show, though, man. Basically, he's sitting down and he is talking to people, man. Gosh, man, I just drew a blank. He's talking to people, man, about their extraordinary life experiences, man. What a great show, man. As I sat down and I watched him, it was extraordinary, man. This is why I'm here. This is why I'm here. That's the name of his show. Look, man, we won't be no skipping your mind. Give it about, I say, a month or two, man, maybe 3. Ain't gonna be no skipping your mind. Mr. Jamie McGrone is gonna be in your living room. Y'all watch out for him, man. This man is extraordinary. His show is a positive show, man. It's gonna be in a studio near you pretty soon, man. Just excellent, man. Show is gonna be phenomenal, bro. I had such a good time. Just the way he treated us as guests in his audience. He fed us. He hyped us up before the show. It was just extraordinary, man. It was great. Thank you, Mr. Jamie McGrone. If you're watching this, man, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate you and I appreciate your people. Y'all, I gotta highlight my man. I've been doing it every week. My man, Lil Joe with YBP, Young Black Preachers. Y'all go and check him out on Facebook, man. He is young cat, man. He's starting his own brand. I wore the t-shirt a couple episodes ago. YBP t-shirt. He's selling his shirts, man, and he's trying to create a brand. He is a extraordinary speaker, man. Very just extraordinary speaker. And he is going to be in a shop near you, man, soon. I know he's going to blow up and do something. Next. Y'all know I come on when I thought about this when I started broadcasting at 7 p.m. on Sundays. I thought about this, but I'm gonna tell you what my thought was about it. So here we go. I'm a Bears fan, man, to the heart, to the blow. I love my Chicago Bears, man. I love football, period. And yeah, man, they might be going at the same time as my show, so I'm gonna be competing with my Bears, man. But you know, and I know, if you're a Bears fan, Bears fans are real, man. We just got to be real with it. You know, and I know that at some point in time in the season, they can start doing what the Bears do. You know, so I'm right, y'all. I hope, you know what? I hope, because I can stream. You can rewatch the stream. I hope that they steal viewers from me, because that means that they're actually doing well. So I really, but we all know. But we all know. Uh yeah, we know what it is, man. I just appreciate y'all, man. Watchers, I see more people coming in, man. Today I'm sitting down having a conversation, man, with my man. I've talked to him. We've had many conversations. I sit down and talk to him about life. I talk to him about his books. I talk to him about his play. I talk to him about everything that he has going on in his life, man. Just a all around just good dude, man. Good guy, talented. You want to talk about talent, man? This cat is. I actually, you know what? Let me bring him on so I can tell him. Without further ado, Mr. Andre Renee, my man.
What's up, everybody?
How's it going?
Hey, man, I'm blessed. Every day is a wonderful day.
So, go ahead. I'm sorry. What were you saying?
No, I'm saying every day is a wonderful day. That's for sure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Bro, I got to tell you, man. You're an author. I met you in the South Lake Mall. You have a book stand there, but it's not like you a mall guy, man. You know everybody. And then I came there, man. I got a book for my nephew. I think I might have brought 2 books. Got a t-shirt from you, man, just because it started out, I just wanted to support, you know what I mean, from talking to you. But after kind of going through the book, I was like, wow, man. So I got to tell you, bro, every now and again I go, Mr. Renee is at this booth. It's wide open, man. There's no chains around it, nothing. So every now and again, I'll come up, man, and he'd be like, hey, man, let me run to the restaurant real quick because you don't get a break, bro. Or let me go get something to eat real quick. And I'd be like, yeah, man, I chill here, man, and watch it while you walk away. Man, I didn't even tell you this, but I opened up a book that I haven't gotten. And dude, do you know that I started reading like a page or 2? I don't know if you saw me, but when you came back, I was into it, man. And we started talking, and I was like, man, I should have got that book after I left, man. But you are online, you are on Spotify, you on every major platform. So I gotta ask you, man, what got you starting to write? You're an author. What got you? You're a playwright. What got you starting to write?
Wow, that's a good question. Not all would get this, but we have a passion in life. We're called to do something. In our life, we're all called to be in our prospective places of who and what we are. And for a short time, I was a pastor. I literally was on the pulpit, and God said, well, I didn't actually hop and moan, but, and so 2010, something like that, 2012, they had a bishops meeting. All the bishops from around was there, and they decided to test me and make sure that I was who I was, and I was the pastor's armor bearer. And they said, congratulations, minister, now elder, we're going to send you out. And I was thinking, to the grocery store? It's like, you going to pastor. So I prayed. I said, Lord, if this is your will, finance the church. That's one of the clues. And then let things run smoothly. So after 2 years, I decided to come back and said, this is not my ministry. And so I always wanted to write. I always tried to write, but there was things in my life that prevented me to do so. And so after I made a correct break from pastoralship, no drama, no anything, I was talked. One of the bishops pulled me to the side, and not all would get this part. And he said, I have a word from the Lord. And he told me, basically, you're a writer. Somebody else came through the door right after he said that. It's like, God gave me a word to tell you, I'm glad you're here. And mirrored exactly what he said. And that kind of makes sense to me because I've already written 3 books at the time, but I didn't know why I was writing children's books. It's a ministry, but I just was like, yo, what's up with that? And so in short, once I came to grips that my passion and my ministry are together, it was unbelievable. So I truly thank God for the inspiration. I thank God for the strength. But the biggest thing I thank God for is the courage. As a writer in literature, you're criticized at every juncture. If you put a Facebook post up, and you miss a comma, they're in your inbox. If they don't like you, they're going to do it on the post. And being an omnivore, meaning I can perform, but I like my own space. Things get personal. Erykah Badu said it perfectly. I'm an artist, and I'm sensitive about my, you know what I'm saying? So I'm sensitive about my craft. She said something else. And so I became, I became a writer the day I gained my courage. And so you have to have courage. Tyson's promoter, not his promoter, his manager said, a hero and a coward have the same emotions. What makes the difference between a hero and a coward is their actions. The coward will run, the hero will fight. I'm fighting right now.
That's what's up, man. So, bro, I think I didn't know this, you know. So as always, man, I have a conversation before the conversation, and so as I'm, you know, I talked to you, man. I did not know that you were a pastor. Well, did you make it? Did you actually take over a church? You said you didn't actually do it.
I had a church for 2 years.
Really?
I had a church for 2 years. Let's go back to you telling everybody you taking my bathroom breaks. You know what I'm saying? Do you really got to put me out there like that? You know what I mean? I'm just saying,
bro, listen, I had to, because, man, you know what is highlighting, bro. You work hard, man, and know, like, your stuff is at your stuff is out there. So, like, if you step away for a minute, if you see a shirt you like in the store, somebody could be like, whoop.
So, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, so like you know, whatever it is, man. It is, like I said, man. Andre was going to go get something to drink. We all human, man. He ran real quick to take a break, man. But dude, the highlight of that was, man, I'm telling you, bro, I just opened the page. You know how you go to a book, man, or a magazine. Sometimes you do a magazine, you just open it to the middle. You know what I mean? I opened it to the middle. I believe it was the one that was based on your play. What's the name of what's the name of that book?
Based on my play.
Yeah, it was. It's based on is you not your play now. I thought you told me that this.
Oh, the future play. You letting the cat out the bag, my friend. It's okay. I do have a new play that we're working on. It's called I guess I can let it go. Teach Me How to Play.
Okay.
It's a children's book play. It's a children's play.
Okay.
And I wrote the jingle already. It's not a sing-along, but it will be some singing in there. And Teach Me How to Play, that book deals with diversity and conflict resolution. And it is an awesome book. It's my first book that I ever written, released in 2017. And listen, wow, that play is going to sit you down. For children, you're going to dig that. But that's play.
I dig it. You let the cat out the bag, because I wasn't even talking about that one. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Renee. I got some new graphics, and I'm gonna give you let me see, which one should I give you? I'm gonna give you the thumbs up.
Oh, there we go.
Thank you. Thank you, man. Thank you so much for letting that out the bag. I did not know that, man. It was another one, actually. It was, and it had to deal, I think it had to deal with actually man, how do I put this, man? I guess it's
the Black book, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's not a play. That's not going to be a play either.
Okay.
That book is called The Monster in Uniform.
Yes.
Monster Uniform deals with the circle of life. Her father was in the military. Yeah. And that book is so powerful. At the time that I wrote that book, I had a book signing in Indy. I'm going to say 2019-ish, 2018, 2019. And we were in Indy, and I like to tell the crowd what's coming up next. And we had someone, we didn't have the book completed, God and I, that's the we. So I had somebody read the manuscript. The audience that we had, half of the audience were therapists. So what I did was I came to a meeting, and I asked them to stay for my book signing. And then I had the people that was coming in Indy to come as well. So it was like all they had to do was, because my room and their room was conjoined. And when they were done, we opened up the dividers, and they were there. So
Okay.
it was a beautiful book signing. So when we read that book, these therapists, some of them cried.
Wow.
The book, young Emma is trying to talk to her dad.
Yeah.
Because she talked to him via Skype in the previous book, because that's part 2 of another book. And she's trying to figure out, why could I get him on Skype? And then she hears grandma at the door that it's raining. That's why the book is dark. And you see just a little slither of green. That's the uniform. And he has the poncho on. So to young Emma at the top of the stairs, he looked like a monster. That's why it's called Monster in Uniform. So she's crying, and then all young Emma could understand is, wow, where's daddy? And so she thought that dude destroyed or ate or whatever. It's a monster. So they had to stop their grieving immediately to take care of the youngest member of the family. And that story is so well written, if I may, that it amazes me. When I
love it, man.
Yeah. We even put Sam in the dog, because we put him down in the book. And so we had the comparisons that he's with Sam is with dad, and then heaven, and you can see dad and Sam walking together. It's a beautiful book. She said, how am I going to see daddy again? And her mom told her, every time you think of your dad, he's right there in your heart. Yeah, touches you right.
Bro.
Listen, Facebook, it's okay to cry. I know somebody. No, that's what we're in for. We love you.
Man. Now I gotta, like, even it still make just a couple of pages. I got that, man, but that's so powerful, man.
Thank you.
I gotta go get it, man. I'm coming back, man. I'm coming to see you, man. I'm gonna get you to sign it, because I don't want to get it online. I'm gonna get you to sign it.
You have 16 more books to buy.
Right.
I got 18. Yeah.
I do, but that one, man, I just happened to pick that one up. You write a lot of children's books.
I do.
Can I ask you, like, because that's it's different, man. You have authors that write, let's say, adult novels. You know, you have authors that write fiction. You have nonfiction, but then I think it takes a special person, man, to get in the mind of a child and be able to connect with the child on their level. What got you going with that, man?
I'm a big old child.
You're a big kid.
Dr. King, if I'm not mistaken, my pastor, and I need to recon this. My pastor used to always say, Dr. King said, if I can help someone, then my living won't be in vain. My childhood was, wow. As a child, my mother was shot right in front of me, right in the head, real talk.
Hold on, bro.
Yeah, right. And before she was shot in front of me, about a month before, I was kidnapped as a child. But my kidnapping wasn't bad. The people across the street saw that we was living destitute. Me, my mom, and my brother. And my mom had a boyfriend that used to put his hands on her. Matter of fact, one of my poems is dedicated to that. Something the child should never witness. That's a true story. That's why it's written the way it is, and it's spoken the way it is. So after the police found me, I was across the street. And so I had this big bag of clothes, the kidnapper, which was the neighbor's daughter. And she went to prison for that. And that was sad. And so I think I was gone for 2 weeks, but I was a kid. So my memory is not what it should be, because I was a kid. And
Hold on, bro. Can I slow? So we got time, man. I got to slow down. You guys, hold on, man. In front of you.
Yeah, I'm gonna get into that. Just
okay. I'm sorry. I just, man, I just, man, I stopped there, man. What?
Yeah. Oh no, I was there. I stopped there too. And so when I came home, my mom took the clothes that she threw on, and I was like, brand new clothes. I have no clothes. Went inside the house. I learned years later that she went to prison. I didn't know then. I thought the police was there to say hi to me because I was a kid. And so I had this bushy, curly hair. I went home. About 2 days later, this is my brother was living with me at the time. We heard them argue. They always argue. We heard them fight. They always fight. Sometimes my uncle come up and beat up the boyfriend. Those were good times because that's the only time I really seen my family. And so I heard this pow, and I looked outside, and he shot my mother right right in the head. And my brother grabbed my arm, and we had 36 stairs. Took me by the arm and ran, and I was like a flag in the wind. And he set me down. We ran past Miss. I don't want to say names because some of these people are still alive. And we ran past to his sister's house. We called her sister, right? I had the mind frame to check my brother. I said, bro, why you run to the sister of the man who shot our mother? And that's how his sister know that he shot my mother. And my mother survived. She did. But they split us, took us, blah, blah, blah. 7th grade, I was able to come back home, and we moved to the projects, Ivanhoe projects. And this was the first time, outside of living with my dad in California, first time in Indiana, I had running water and heat and the whole 9 yards. My mother, again, she survived. There were some issues there, but she survived. But Ivanhoe, back in 1984, when I moved there, even though it was the projects, it was a family thing. And it was not the crab in the barrel, but there was a lot of families there. There was a lot of guys and, fathers at the time. Back then, welfare made sure Negroes weren't there. They stopped that around 84. And so it was a one big happy family in a tumultuous, in a harsh environment. My mother was never the same, but she survived. Fast forward, before my mom passed away, she passed away 2/2/11. And numbers is very significant to her, so I'm gonna cover that in a second. So before
can I ask you? Can I interrupt you for a second? I just want to ask you, how long? What year was it that she actually got shot? I missed that. If you
I don't
said
know.
it.
Yeah, I don't know.
You were a kid, so like around what age were you?
2nd grade.
2nd grade, so 7-ish.
Mm-hmm.
And that's probably not something that you backtrack to try to remember, but she did.
So I was in the 2nd grade.
2nd grade.
No, it was 4th grade because I had Mr. Champion as my math teacher. He was a 4th grade math teacher. My mother was shot when I was in the 4th grade.
4th grade.
Yeah, because Mr. Champion was my teacher. Then I went to Williams School from there.
Okay.
That's when I moved with my family.
Okay, I absolutely don't want to stop this story. Please continue.
Okay. So fast forward, I'm an adult. My mom moved to the senior building, and she said, "Guess who lives next door to me?" I said, "Who?" She said, "Leroy. Leroy's who shot her." I said, why are you telling me this? Because I kind of still want to talk to him for a second. And wow. She said when she went to his room, he's in a wheelchair. And when he went to his room, every time I've been in the newspaper for Badoo, for my cleaning business, whenever I've been in the business quite a few times, in the newspaper quite a few times. And so even my daughter was in the newspaper for meeting Santa Claus. He even knew that was my daughter. He had all this taped on his wall as though I was his son. So I didn't know how to take that. And then soon after, my mom passed away. So yeah, if I could help someone, then my living won't be in vain. So as a child, I know there's things that was missing in my home. Even though I live with my family, it wasn't mom, it wasn't dad. And so I write to help our parents, to help the teachers, to give them something that they're lacking. Right now, in this day and age, music is the motivator. And our music, there's a lot of negative things that's been taught to our children. They're not singing ABCs, they're singing the rap songs. And some of the people don't realize the songs that they're singing. And since I grew up in an environment that was horrific, I grew up in the 90s. I was a part of Gary in the 90s. So I want to make sure that these children have an opportunity. So as I speak in schools, I spoke at Lake County Juvenile Detention Center as well. And so as I speak and as I give myself freely to different schools, Williams 3 times, I just spoke at Thea Bowman. This is my 3rd year in a row. Boucher International in Chicago. I got a Vegas tour for the children. This is just talking to the children. You buy my books to get me there, but then my ministry is able to tell them. Yeah, sidebar: I'm watching Michael Jordan doing his thing, and you got this heavy set guy. No pun to the big people. He said Michael Jordan should have did better. Can you do better? Because it don't look like everything you dunking is 4 5.
What you gonna do?
Right, what you gonna do? But when you have an individual who grew up in this environment that has firsthand knowledge of what hell looked like, I think I could present to your child. So that's why we teach about money management. That's why we have bullying or separate spectrum, the spectrums rather. We have the girl as the bullier, and then Eric been bullied. That's why we have the grief. And then with bibliotherapy, it's really simple. Biblio, the book for therapy. So when we have books with bibliotherapy, you can take out the monster in uniform and take out her father and put my mother. Mm-hmm. Wow. Let me tell you something my mother is really good at. So when I bought my home, the day my mother died, the day my father died, and the day I was born, it's all the same day. And when I bought this home, that's the address.
How did you feel about your father? What were your thoughts on your father, man? Sometimes we live.
He didn't shoot her. You know, he didn't shoot her.
He didn't shoot her.
No. We left. My dad was in California. My mom left him.
Who shot? Are you able? Did he ever get caught for? Huh?
They didn't charge him.
They did. Who did this? Who?
Her boyfriend.
Her boyfriend at the time. Okay, I thought that was her boyfriend was your father. Okay, so your father was her boyfriend.
Right. She left my dad in California.
And you mentioned his sister, your brother's sister.
No. So, his Leroy's sister. She lived down the street.
Okay, Leroy's sister. Her. Okay.
That's why I asked my brother, why do we go here? We ran past a police officer house to come to this person's house.
Of course. Yeah.
Because it made no sense.
Right.
You could have knocked on the police officer's house and she could have down, Baker 12, blah, blah, blah. They added again. But it elevated,
I mean, I totally understand. I actually have a police officer friend who's going to be on here eventually. Just to, man, he's just a great dude, man. He got some excellent thoughts, but especially during that time in Gary, Indiana, I understand. Yeah, of course you would run past the police officer's house to go to somebody that's familiar with you because you don't know. I don't know, man. Unless things were different back then, but
no, we were children. He went to a familiar place. We were children.
Right.
The Daniels, they didn't like us because we was a blight to the neighborhood. Because again, my mom had issues, and so she wasn't a crackhead or anything. It's just we really never knew because she wasn't diagnosed with anything. She wasn't no meds. I mean, she was a heavy drinker, but it was just something that was missing that we never knew ever in life. And then as an adult, I protected my mom. I was there. Even when I moved out to the projects, my hood was my hood. They always looked out for Mama Berta. That's my mother. And so we thank God for the Ivanhoe community for showing love to our loved ones. And so, and then when she moved to the senior building, I had people there to look because people knew me. And I had people there that will make sure on the low that my mom was fine and to let her be because sometimes she's a little aggressive. And
man,
so
shout out to Ivanhoe Projects, man. Like I didn't grow up in Gary like that. I didn't grow up in the projects, but I do know this, man. I knew Ivanhoe Projects, and it's some great people that have come out of Ivanhoe Projects. Ivanhoe Projects ain't around no more, but Ivanhoe Projects is around. Ivanhoe Projects is sitting right here with me. Yeah, that's what's up, man. You said something, man. I wanna continue your story, but I wanna just hit on this real quick because it got me, man. Because I'm just now coming to the realization. It's sad that I am, but like I said, man, I'm somewhat of a suburban kid. You know what I mean? I grew, and so the music, man, I never. It's just now starting to hit me, Andre, that this music is like it ruins these kids, man. I don't know why you said it. I was listening to Greg Gray's show, man. He had a bunch of guys in the music industry in the movie industry. I was listening to them on Dope Living TV network, and they were talking about the music. And I don't know why it hit me, man. I've just now in my life started to go back and revisit some of the music from then, from my early 20s. And like, man, I was listening, I threw on Bone Thugs and Harmony the other day, Mo Murder. And I was like, bro, I'm scared of this song, man.
Right.
I think people and kids in our generation, like we listen to it, man. But I think like these kids in the new generation, they hear stuff like that, they take it to a whole nother level. It brings a spirit with it. And I'm saying maybe I just didn't even realize that those kids back that my generation actually did carry out a lot of that. I just didn't have a realization, man. But it's stuff like that, man. It really can get in your head. There is a spirit that comes with it, man, that it could get to you, and you just want to play that out, man. Bro, I'm sitting there listening to it. I was like, Mo Murder, Mo, man. I was like, bro, this is eerie, like straight up, man. Like, and if you having a bad day, man, or you had a bad life, it's easy for you after listening to something like that, man. Mo Murder, I'm about to take this gun and clap everybody that came at me. And you right, man.
That's wonderful that you articulated the way you are. So, but let me help you.
Yeah,
music is an inspiration.
Yeah.
And so you add the murderous mentality, you inspire people in that direction. However, I'm here to aid with the correct parents in the schools and everybody that's helping these children to understand. Number one, when Shorty D put out, you don't want none of this. Shorty D is living a lifestyle. And Shorty D, that's his world. What we tell our children is, don't be Shorty D. And that's what's important. Don't be Shorty D. He's going to put out his music. And here's the thing. Some of these rappers, when they get that paper, they move away from that because now they achieve the objective. So at the end of the day, when we can help our children become, so I'm not going to attack the music industry. No. I'm going to influence our leaders. Because sometimes it takes a preacher to stop saying he and her and hug and embrace the tithe paying members and go to the home and talk to the little shorty. And it's like, I understand this is music, but you also got to let people know that this is your life and we want to get you away from this. So we're not banning rap music. We're not. But we want people to understand that's highly impressionable, that this is their life and you could do better. So you could bump whatever you bump, and you can bump your Bone Thugs and Harmony on the train on the way to your high-paying, educated, required job because you achieved that. So you are the epitome of what we're looking for. You have your degree, you have your job, and you are someone. So we want to make sure our children are someone. When I spoke at Lake County Juvenile Detention Center, the theme was
LCJC.
The theme was don't go home. Home is where you nurture your negative criminal behavior, not the roof over your head. I know that's your home because this is not your home. So my goal was to teach them to be a better person and not to stay on that criminal path. We don't judge our children. No, we help our children to become better children. Our right to help. Our right because I love our children. There we go. Next subject.
Man, I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah.
You got me, man. I knew this was gonna be like this, man. I knew when Andre Renee was coming on, man, that I was how easily I slip into being the audience. just listening to you, man. I do need to correct you. I dropped out of college. I'm a dropout, man. But you know what, man? Inspirationally,
you work, though, right?
Huh? Oh yeah. I have a career. Yeah. I have a career. Yeah. I just wanted to say that, man, because I didn't want to be on here front like, yeah, you're right, man. I graduated. I know you're speaking in general, but you know, I did personally. I do have a great job, man, in leadership, but I did. So where you basically told me where you came from. You grew up in Gary and Ivanhoe. Did you graduate from
West Side?
West Side?
Yes, indeed.
From West Side.
Yeah,
so can you tell me a little bit more about your plays? Like you told me a little bit. Where do you want to go with that? Where do you want to go with, because you're stepping into Playwright. You're moving out of author, you stepping into Playwright, which is that's a bigger stage, man.
It
That's a
is.
huge stage, and you are so ready to step into it.
Yeah.
So ready, man. What do you see with that? What do you
If you go to www.talkwithmytherapist.com, or if you go to my website, arwrites.com, a link to my play is there, and it's called A Talk with My Therapist.
Okay.
At the end of the day, if you know me, and someone does that's listening, when I'm on the phone with you, there's a story for everything. I am a real storyteller. I
Yeah.
love to tell stories. It is so beautiful to tell stories. And so A Talk with My Therapist is a spin on my pastor wanted me to marry his daughter. So there's some truth to that. And so I took it to what if I hadn't married his daughter? And I made it funny. I put song. I put poetry, of course, because I am a poet. I have a poetry CD that's streaming right now. Andre Renee, Spiritually Spoken. Shameless plug. And so with this play, it's going to take you to places. I'm not really taking you to church, but on a dramatic side, it's going to take you to places that you can relate to, because the decisions that I had to make and decisions that people have to make every day is in this play. I write for a person to get this, like see them, they can relate. That's the word I'm looking for. So I write so people can relate. So when people see that snapshot of that play, because it's not the whole play, they're going to feel that. And another shameless plug, and I'm gonna throw Greg into the limo, not under the bus. And all the people that we're working with, we are going to do a reality show, and this reality show has something to do with the play, has something to do with all three plays. I have three plays. You just know of one. And correction, ladies and gentlemen, I have 7, which is a book that's coming out. I have Discovering My Greatness. That's for teenagers. You're gonna love that book. Everyone with a teenager is gonna want to hug me. Hey guys, just throw up the 2 fingers, but everybody else can hug. So that's coming soon. I have Made in America, my life story. And I have a spin on my life story that's going to rock. It's going to rock this. And we have American history in that. We're citing American history. Made in America. Who I am today is partly because America made me who I am today. And once you discover my whole 1 to 10, it's going to sit you down, because you don't actually know.
Bro, I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited, man. Like, bro, you gave me your life is a movie. I mean, like, not that the experiences, bro. I told you coming on here, the premise of this is ordinary people with extraordinary stories. Y'all, if this ain't extraordinary, man, I mean, just he gave us a little snippet, and just a little bit that you gave, man. Like, I'm trying to see that movie, bro. I'm paying my $7, $8, $9, $10 if you're downtown, and I'm watching it. I'm watching it. I'm trying to see that. Oh, I said movie, Andre. I just put you on a bigger stage, bro. But that's what I'm trying to see. Play. I'm trying to see the movie. I'm trying to see Andre Renee the movie, man. This is, man, what an excellent story
right now. I literally have 4 scripts. I have 4 scripts right now ready to roll. We was filming before, and one of the actors from Chicago Fire, and I think it was God intervening. He never got the call for the start of the film, and I thought it was a brush off, but he proved it to the director that this is what they're saying. But I thought that was God's will. I mean, we was filming, but I don't want us to film that at that particular time, because we needed to know more, and we know more. And we need.
With that being said, you said you gave some shameless plugs, but I'm about to give you a plug right here. Y'all check my man out.
Let's do it. What's up, family? This is Andre Renee. I need you to meet me at the South Lake Mall every Tuesday through Sunday. The South Lake Mall, we have coloring books, we have children's books, we have poetry books. Meet me at the South Lake Mall. And ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, we have that merch. I'll see you soon, from open to close. Peace. Why I fight. To struggle is life. Rich or poor, pain is always close to your door. I fight. I fight because nothing worth having comes easily. Quick success is usually deceiving. Taking pain will always lead to glory. Life's story.
Dope.
That's one of my poems. You can stream that anywhere. Apple, Spotify, anywhere. Every time that plays, they pay me.
Yeah, let me show them that. Let me, because that's why I wanted to. Yeah. So
no,
y'all,
that's my podcast.
That's your podcast. Can you stream? But if we look up Andre Renee, I talk with my therapist. Will it lead us there?
No. So everything is different. That's my podcast. That's when we tell stories. And FYI, if you're listening and if you have that radio voice, give me a call. We have about 30 stories that we want to add there. And we want different actors. And so if you want to be out there, hit me up. If you want to listen, stay tuned. Andre Renee, Spiritually Spoken. That's Andre Renee, Spiritually Spoken. That's my poetry CD. You can stream that Apple, Spotify, and wherever you stream your music. Andre Renee Storytime is Spotify, Anchor, and I don't know the rest. It's been a while. If you want to look at a talk with my therapist, I really suggest you go to my website because the Talk with My Therapist website is under construction coming this week. We're going to redo some things. But if you go to my website, arwrights.com, scroll to the bottom, you're going to see free gifts. Hit that link and enjoy my play. 57 minutes of it. Yeah. What we want you to do is buy my books. That's what we want you to do. Because we're helping. When the teachers see us, when Aspire Academy bought so many books, I spoke there so many times. When teachers come, I got a call midnight. I fixed that though. I do the whole quiet time. But I got a call at midnight from a truck driver. True story. She said, your book touched me because I was molested as a child. She was molested by a family member, as though this book that's what's in this book. Don't want to give too much of the book away, but she met me at the mall. She's about 5'2", 5'3", truck driver, prettiest thing you ever seen in your life. But this experience hurt her. I had a meeting with a group of people 2 Mondays ago. On the way from that meeting, I got a phone call. She came to the mall and she missed me. This is someone different. She said that she was raped last year and this book helped her. The book that I'm referring to is called Behind Her Smile. Behind Her Smile deals with adolescent rape, and we touch on human trafficking. The main story of this book, which was it was nominated for an award, but we didn't get it. But it was nominated. The main story gives the victim the power to ask for help. But then we give you 3 victims' testimonials, the clean version of what they went through. If you don't cry, you don't have a soul. After that, via Dr. Nicole Benton and Geneva Wesley, they gave us the 30 warning signs of what to look out for. So we thank God for these therapists who help us with the input of what you guys should look out for. One of the things you could look out for is a person could be human trafficked and they could walk alone right past you and never ask for help because they chemically or physically have them captured and they're trained not to ask for help. And this is real. Everywhere where there's a port city, human trafficking is high. We have a port right there in Portage, in Chicago, up and down Lake Michigan. In this area alone, Black people are going missing and no one's finding them. So I'm not trying to encourage you. Yes, I am trying to encourage you to buy my book or any literature that will help you people to understand that human trafficking is real. However, rape at home is real. So Uncle Leroy, put that Negro in jail. Daddy, put that Negro in jail. Whoever is doing what they're doing to these children, let the law handle them. I prefer differently, but so that book is powerful. I cried when I wrote that book. I'm like, big old tough guy. I'm like, ooh. And I'm asking God, I was like, hey, yo, God, you know what I'm saying? Why I gotta write this book? You know what I mean? And it took me 2 years to write that small book, but it's impacting lives. And I've
Bro, thank you. Thank you, man. Thank you. On behalf of everybody that's gonna see this, man, look here, brother.
Come on. Yeah. You asked for it.
I did.
You did.
Bro, I do this all the time, y'all. They should be, man.
Yeah. Yeah. God is good, man.
Bro, when I wanted to take off running with this, with the V&O, it's this ain't about me, man.
Mm-hmm.
This is bigger than Ron. It's bigger than Andre Renee.
Mm-hmm.
It's bigger than, your books are bigger than Andre Renee.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I envision, is that bro, somebody gonna watch this.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's gonna watch this, and they're gonna find their way out of their situation.
Mm-hmm.
And it's gonna literally change their life. People have to, it's not a fact of whether this is going to get big. The V&O is gonna get big.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna get bigger than me, because it's not even about me. It's about the story you just told.
Mm-hmm.
It's about the story that was told last week. It's about the story that was told the week before that. And somebody's gonna be on YouTube, be clicking around, maybe while in bondage, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe while they locked up in their situation.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe while they locked up by somebody else. Being trained to shut up, don't yell, don't scream, don't even ask for help, bro. How sad.
Right.
Oh my God, man.
Mm-hmm.
How sad. And somebody's gonna see this and they're gonna say, you know what? I don't belong here. I'm gonna get out of here. Of course it took you 2 years, man, because anytime you have purpose, it's gonna take a while to work its way out of you. It might take a minute.
God is good.
It might. Man. It might take a minute, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You got purpose, my man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody hurting right now, man. I know we don't live, man, you don't always get everybody live. I don't really mind that. You know what I mean? What I'm concerned about is somebody clicking through and just seeing it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's gonna happen.
Right.
It's gonna happen, bro. What you just told, it just saved somebody's life.
Mm-hmm.
It literally just, what you just said literally just saved somebody's life. You know, that's what a sad story, man. Everybody know that it's happening, man, but we all just kind of stand by and you don't know what to do. And then God chooses Andre Renee to sit for 2 years, man, and put it down on paper. And then he pushes him to publish it. And then he pushes him to put it out there. And then he pushes them to come on the V&O. And then he pushes him to have his own radio station. And then he pushes him into plays and movies. Bro, you got to. It's not a fact of whether these plays are going to happen. It's not a fact of whether you're going to get big. You have to. Yes. You are going. It's going to happen because that's what God wants.
Yes.
That's what God wants.
Right.
It's so much evil in this world, man. And somebody in this mug needs some purpose, man. Thank you, bro. Thank you. I'm off. I'm done. Let me put my glasses back up.
Evil exists where good men does nothing. Somebody in the comments tell me who I'm quoting. I can't think of his name. Evil exists where good people or good men do nothing. That's somebody. I just can't remember who it is. And I am doing something.
I've been highlighting comments as we go. Greg Gray, he said, facts, all facts. This conversation is an instruction book for perseverance. Congratulations for going through and going to. I applaud you both. Thank you, Greg. And it ain't me, man. This is, I'm just, I feel like I'm just here, man. I feel like a spectator, man. Really, I am just kind of a spectator. Thank you so much, man. And you're not done yet. You're not done yet. You said you have a reality show. So I just said, man, it's not a fact of, it's not a matter of whether it's going to happen. It is going to happen. You are you gonna explode. You're gonna get big. Your books are gonna be all over the place. You ain't gonna you might have me in the mall running your running your book stand, whoever, man, whatever. I don't care. I do it. But what are you gonna do? What you gonna do when you get all that money, man? I just want $1, bro.
Listen, that's wonderful.
When
Wow.
you
It's crazy you said that. I got a short answer too. I have this, and I have what is it called? A non-for-profit. It's called Future Creative Writers. And I'm going to adopt, when I'm married, I'm going to adopt kids. I have a daughter, and I did the whole child support and the visitations, but I didn't raise a kid. And it's sad. No hit to the mother or all hits to me. Let's do that. And my daughter's a wonderful, loving, smart woman with a great job. That's doing well for herself. But I want to raise children. And the fact is, all of the revenue is going to my foundations and non-for-profit. In order to get inheritance from it, you have to work for the non-for-profits. My whole goal is, even in my death, is to bless the children of the world. We want to go global. So if I make 100 million, if I make 5 billion, every dime is going towards our non-for-profits and my publishing company. As a matter of fact, the publishing company will still live on outside of me. Dr. Scoot over, brother. Andre Renee, brother. And so we take those revenues and we give it to the world. I don't need the Bentley. I have friends with Bentleys. Friends just bought a convertible Bentley. I have friends with Rolls Royces. I don't need a Rolls Royce. I have friends with that. At the end of the day, I don't have a friend with a jet, so I may have to get that. But at the end of the day, it's not about the riches. I'm turning 51 September the 2nd. I'm turning 51. Wow. So I have what I have, and I'm going to receive what I receive. But everything I do, as God is my witness, this is my ministry. Everything that I do is for the people for the children of the world. Yeah, I'm going to have the movies and we're going to be entertained. I'm going to have all the stuff that goes along with movie, like Redemption. That's a movie that we was filming. And when you see that movie, you're going to love it. But the whole goal is for the children, because those are the most vulnerable people in the world. In nature, humans are the only one that takes so long to reach maturity. And we're so fragile and we're so susceptible to, with social media, went to TikTok and a WeWalk and a Bebop and all these Martian things, however you want to call it. I want to make sure that my footprint is guided our children to a positive way. I remember Mr. Chansky. He was a good teacher. I remember Sergeant Dentley. He was a good instructor for ROTC. I remember the people that was in my life that helped me, even if I don't touch your child. I have emails on top of emails. I have a commercial that I ran internationally that 2 kids came and talked about, teach me how to respect money, just off GP. And I was able to record them. And it broke my heart in a positive way. And I was like, wow, God, look where I'm at. Look what you do. And I have people that's traveling to actually see me at the mall because they don't think that this is real. And they see your books. And I'm telling you, as God is my witness, as God is my protector, my provider, my everything, I'm going to help someone's child. And I'm going to keep, repeat. So what am I going to be when God allowed the fame to come? I'm going to be someone writing for your children. Your children are number one.
Somebody come and free him so he could go ahead and do what he got to do. Look, I hope I went ahead and threw up the banner. Google Future Creative Writers. If they Google Future Creative Writers,
it'll come up.
It'll come up. So y'all, look here, man. Everybody knows somebody to know somebody.
Right.
Y'all heard what his vision is, man. If you are listening to this and you have large sums of money that you just like to sit on and throw away, don't throw it away. Be a part of Andre Renee's purpose. Yes. Just seriously, man. I don't even look, man. This ain't me asking for it for myself. I'm saying, man, you need to be freed so that you could go and do your purpose, because you've already you got so much more.
Let's correct that. Change that to the arwrites.com. Future Creative Writers does exist. And when you Google it, you're going to see it. But the publishing company right now, we won't start that. And we're giving out scholarships. Yay. Do that. Yay. And so you'll see that. But if you will, they could go to my website and donate there somehow, or buy a book. You can buy a book. You don't donate. Buy the books.
Yeah, buy the books. Buy the
Just buy the
books.
books. I
So
want you to get something for your money. arrights.com.
arrights.com, and I'm going to run that before we're done with this. I'll run that across the bottom.
Thank you,
bro. How awesome, man. I want to show this real quick. I had Gina Gatson on a couple weeks ago.
Friend.
That's my homegirl, man. That's my homegirl. Gina is just an awesome person. Gina, you awesome. You are awesome. I was so happy to meet. We haven't us in the I call I'm a close relative of the Dope Living family. They are immediate relatives in the Dope Living family. I had never met Gina before in person. So I got to meet her. I got to meet her fiance. Just excellent people, man. And I actually went to her and I said, yo, Gina, like, you got your Director Authors Guild Awards coming up. And I said, I want to I'm sorry, man. I said, Greg's a comedian. He said she all right. And Gina, right before that, Gina being Gina showing love, and then Greg go say she all right.
Right.
But that just an excellent person, man. I want to highlight her, and then I want to this is amazing because I want to get into you and hers connection, and I totally understand why you have to go this way. You had to go this way, and she had to go that way. Like no doubt, man. I mean, bro, I knew you. This is why I do this, man, because you know somebody, you be around them, you talk to them, and you don't know their mom got shot in the head and they grew up like that. You don't know that the experiences that they've been through, man. You know, you don't always know somebody's story. Meanwhile, man, it could be somebody right next to you that you see every day that could literally help your situation, your kid's situation, or an aunt or an uncle or a cousin, but you just don't know their story. You see them overcoming every day, but you don't know their story, man. That's what the V&O is about, bro. It's ordinary people with extraordinary stories, man. Why? It's because it's going to help somebody. With that being said, I want to go ahead and run my girl Gina, man. Y'all check out the Director Authors Guild is coming soon in Vegas. Here we go. Bro, dope. Let me this is what I got for Mr. Andre Renee thus far, man. We're not done yet, but this is I'm blown. Mind is blown, bro. This is you and Gina met before, and forgive me, Gina, I'm always the Distinguished Authors Guild. The Distinguished Authors Guild is going on. It's going to be happening in Vegas. And I'll be running that all the way up until I believe it's in November that it's going to be happening, y'all. This is going to be dope, man. It's going to be dope. What's you guys know each other? Gina's the author.
She had an event. I had an event. She came to it. She had an event. I came to it. I had a play. She came to it. We sat down with Deborah Rose one time and we came up with an event. And Deborah and I was unable to, and Gina took the reins and she made it what it is. At the end of the day, she's the epitome of supporting someone. Make sure she bought the books. I came to her book launch with everything she had that I knew of. I came to, and vice versa. And that's how we got to know each other. She's like, I'm a supporter of people. I think she had her books before mine. And in Hammond, when we was at the event for her book launch and her radio show, I believe it was, and internet radio show, the whole shebang. And she was front and center in my stage play. And it was she's just a wonderful person. I don't know who was there at Tolliston, but I think when she had an event, I think she gave the event at Tolliston, and I came there to show my support. I didn't even bring my books. I just wanted to be a supporter because that's who she is. Gina's the type of person, she don't need to know you to support you. She needs to believe in what you're doing. And if she's there, she believes in you. And when time permits, we're going to show the same. And what I bring, the world is coming as well. I can guarantee you that. So we got you, Gina.
That's exactly. And man, you described her to a T, man.
Yeah, she texted me and told me to say all of that.
Right. She wrote the script for you.
Yeah. She said, listen, Negro. I said, really?
Her, Marcy, I don't know if you know Marcy, but Marcy is and you met Greg Gray. You met Greg Gray before you met Greg Gray today. Right. But they have been so supportive, man. But I mean, you hit the nail on the head, man. Just there, man. You know what I mean? There. Last week when we went to go see Jamie McGrone, man, they was there, deep, just supportive, man. They got that kind of heart. She, like you said, you guys started the Distinguished Author Guild. Kind of was a thought together, but I had told Gina before. We sat down, man. She kind of felt like I felt about the V&O somewhat. Some people started the V&O with me, and it was in my heart, and I hit the ground running. And I felt bad. I was like, man, I need to, you need to go back, and I want to grab them. But in all actuality, man, this right here wasn't quite meant for them. Now, that's not to say that we can't pick it up later on. They got something that's meant for them. Bro, Directors Author Guild absolutely was meant for Gina Gatson. She hit the ground running with it. Absolutely. I'm so happy that you did not help. And I say that, man, because sometimes, man, like you have your purpose here. Right. You have your purpose, man, doing exactly what you are doing. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I'm glad, man, because you were able to write more of these books and to highlight and be out in South Lake Mall and to meet a Greg Gray and to meet a Ron Reed and to meet, man, you tell me, bro, every time I talk to you, be like, you just missed such and such. you just missed Oprah Winfrey. She just walked right through the mall and just like, what? Where's she at? Like, bro, you talk to everybody, man.
If I may, the mall for me is not a revenue stream. Actually, I lose money. So please buy my books. Please buy my books. Please buy my books. I lose money being at the mall, but the mall, Joe Biden's people was there. I'm a minority business enterprise because of that. I have a non-for-profit because of that. I've spoken to the people who's on power. I've spoken to Acting Co. I'm with the non-for-profit now that deals with the McCormick Foundation, along with the Jerome Sands Foundation, and many more. And we're now giving away free furniture to church members that need it. I have a meeting tomorrow with our second church. I don't get paid to do this. I do not get financially, I don't get money in my hand. What they do is they take my books and donate it somewhere. So we're helping. So I would have never joined this ministry if I wasn't at the mall. In short, it's the crossroads to my blessings. Guess who else I met at the mall?
Who?
He doesn't have a hat on today. There you go.
You going raw dog today?
You going raw dog today. We're talking about you. Yeah,
I know. That's what I said.
At the mall, right.
I said he going raw.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Show you right. So that's
and I'm so, man, not that I wasn't happy before. The more that I sit here and I listen to you, man, I am even more, not even happy, man. This is beyond happy. This is grateful. This is a gratefulness, man. We sit up there and we clown sometimes, man, me and you, when I'm sitting there talking to you. But, bro, I'm so grateful, man, to have met you. I'm so grateful to have been able to be in your presence. I'm so grateful, man. You told me not to say it, but I'm so grateful for your bathroom break, bro. I'm so I'm grateful for your coffee break, for when you stepped in Express to go look at a shirt or whatever you did, man, because I was able to see uh I mean, just reading little bits and pieces, man. Like I don't know how I walked. I think me and you started talking again, and how did I walk away without that book, man? I'm getting that book. Bro, this other the other book that tell us again, man, because I man, you didn't highlight it so much, man. What is the name of that book again that highlights the human trafficking?
If you guys go to Amazon, you can get it from my website, but we're behind. To be honest, please go buy from my website. We have books in stock, but the mall kind of keeps that inventory. So if you buy it from me, you may have to wait a little longer. But if you go to Amazon and type in Andre Renee Harris, Renee Harris, in books, Andre Renee Harris in books, and Amazon, all of my 18 books will show up. Behind Her Smile is in hardcover and paperback. That's the book. The reason why we didn't get the award is because I wrote the book. And she told me, I don't know why she wanted to tell me, because I wrote it as a dialogue, as a conversation. The reason why I wrote it that way, because I want you to feel like she was talking to you. So she had conversations back and forth with her mom, her dad, and people don't like conversational books. Yeah, that's stupid. But at the end of the day, you got it. And people are calling emails. I can't show you. There's a person, I'm going to leave with this. There's a person who has a mother sister. Somebody's getting that.
Yeah.
A mother sister.
Yeah.
They share the same dad.
Yes.
That's sad.
Bro, sad.
That's
It's you talking about, you're not lying, man. It happens. It's going on every day under our noses, man. You know what I'm saying? It's some people.
I'm gonna start referring these people to these therapists that I know, because I went to school for psychology, but I'm not a licensed therapist. I'm a hood therapist,
right?
But I'm not a licensed therapist. And so it's there. So Andre, Behind Her Smile by Andre Renee Harris. You can go to Amazon. You can buy that book now, and you can cry your eyes out. You go get angry, but then at the end, you're going to see her last words. The last 3 words, the last 5 words is going to really bring it home. I guarantee. Her last 5 words. That's not the end of the book, but her last 5 words is the end of the story, and that's what it's all about. And I pray whoever needs that book, they utter those last 5 words. We got to lighten this up a little bit, because I don't want to.
We do, man. I'm, bro. You got me. I thought this would be the episode that I have a that I would have a dry eye. I thought this the conversation, man. Not that I didn't know, brother. I just didn't. I didn't know, man. You know what I'm saying, bro? I had to flip you off, man, because I was about to break down, bro. I don't know how. I mean, I understand that you about 51, man, but you just came out of nowhere with it, bro. And when you started going into your mom, and I'm like,
I didn't know that was going to happen either. I didn't, at the end of the day, that wasn't my skit. I have a skit somewhere. Oh, it's right here. I write it on my hand. And I had a skit that I was going to go with. But let's do this before we go. Let's salute Greg Great. Let's salute Gina. She's Gasket. Let's salute you, Ron. Let's salute me. Let's salute every Black person. I would get that. Let's salute every Black person that's trying to do something for our people. Let's salute us that we're trying and we love. Only the ones that love. Let's pray for the ones that's not. But let's salute us that's trying to do something. So Black man, Black woman, Black teacher, oh, we love you. Black therapist, oh my God, how are you doing? Black cook, Black truck driver, Black person, because this world is mean. This world is very mean, and we need to start loving on each other. Let's take the guns down and stop shooting each other. We're killing our future. We need to raise our children. So let's pray for us. Let's hamdulillah Allah. Let's, nigga, you better stop whatever you need to do for our Black people. So at this moment, if we could stand in unison and hope and hug our Black people mentally.
Yeah.
And if you could turn around and say, look, do better, or tell somebody, I believe in you, then we're on our way. Please do that.
I have a very, I always got to give a disclaimer, man, because I have a very multicultural crowd. And sometimes, man, the people that don't look at us wouldn't understand what you were saying. Y'all have to understand, man, we are a traumatized people. If you can't look at the news, if you can't walk around every day
Mm.
and realize, man, that we would more so hurt each other
Yes.
over petty things before we would hurt somebody else. We need to hear statements like that. Y'all, that ain't no statement. I've heard people say, oh, why did he just say that? Why did he just say black people? Because we need to hear that. We need to hear that, man. There's so many people, man, as a people, we sometimes, man, we have this crab in a barrel mentality. This is a huge world, y'all. I don't care if I wrote books, I would have Andre Renee on here because this is a big world and it's big enough for all of us, man. We ain't in competition. We are not in competition. We need to show love towards one another. And that's something, man, that we just lacking sometimes. And I thank God to I thank God to I'm sorry, man. I need to stop looking at the comments while I'm trying to talk. I thank God that you said that, man, because it's like true that, man. It ain't got nothing to do with, it's not against anybody. It's for that's for us, man. That's for us, because when you have a body, if us as a nation were a body, man, you twist your ankle and your whole body will compensate for your twisted ankle.
Yes.
If you ever notice, man, you'll lean against the wall, you'll push your hand against something. Everything in your body, man, even you'll grit your teeth, as you step on it. Everything in your body is compensating for that. We are the injured ankle, and we don't always get that here in America. And so y'all have to open your ears. If you don't look like us, man, if you are non-black or non-minority, you have to understand something, man. You should be putting it out there too. Black man, stand up and be proud of yourself. Black man, stand up and go out there and keep doing right by yourself. Love one another. You know what I'm saying, man? We really do, man. We really do. I love my black people as a culture. I just love everything about us, man, except the fact that sometimes we tend to hurt one another.
Right.
And we tend to look at each other, man, like we the enemy. Thank you for that. Thank you for that.
You're welcome, sir. Thank you for having me as your guest.
No problem, man. With that being said, y'all, what? I've been spending the whole episode, man, trying to find Andre Renee's. I'm still getting the technicals down, man. But bro, y'all check me out, man. I am going to highlight AR Rights. Check out his website. I'm running that on my Facebook. I'm gonna make sure, man, if it don't run on, if you didn't get it on this episode, I'm running it next week too, man. All of them ads, man. The AR Rights, bro. Y'all have to go and get his book. I'm not saying get his books for yourself. You say, I don't know nobody that's been through. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You know somebody. They just because they ain't telling you. But keep that book on lock. Go and support him. Keep that book on lock. And when somebody started to tell you their story, then you could say, here you go. I got something to talk about that. You keep go. I don't care, man. I don't care if the book ain't got nothing to do with nobody that you know. I don't care if you've had the perfect life and you live in a bed of lilies. Buy these books, y'all. You know somebody. They just ain't telling you. They keeping it quiet, but when they do open up to you and you ain't got nothing to say, because we've all been there, man, where somebody's opened up to us, man, and something horrible has happened in their life, and we don't have nothing to say. Here you go.
There you go.
Check this out. I know somebody.
Yeah.
I know somebody, bro. You just got me, man. I'm gonna get my little change together. And I'm supporting even more because I just spoke to myself straight up.
Thank you.
Straight up. I just spoke to myself. And if y'all know anybody that got some money, he has a not-for-profit. We're gonna highlight that on my Facebook, man, on everything I know, man. I'm gonna be telling everybody about it because we got to free my man so he can go. Not that you're not living your purpose. We need to free you so you could live even more your purpose. You know what I mean? So you could just go right. Just go someplace, man. Get lost. Get lost and write. And I know part of writing is meeting all the people that you meet in your life experiences. But man, you got so much in your heart, man, that needs to go down on paper, that need to be in a book somewhere, man. I thank God for you, and I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. Y'all, this has been I mean, it sounds self-serving. This has been excellent. this has been dope. Like I'm so happy that I had Andre Renee on this show at this particular time. Y'all check us out next week, man. We're gonna be highlighting Andre Renee even more. Now you're gonna be at the beginning of the episode. Before I go, I just want to say a couple words, man. I'm a blank you out. Thank you so much, Andre Renee. If you can stick around, man. Please don't go nowhere. I'm gonna just go ahead and say my little part real quick.
Let's do it.
I have these epiphanies all the time. I think a lot, and I was coming home from church today, and I felt a familiar feeling. If ever you've been any place of inspiration, you ever go someplace of inspiration, man, and you feel so uplifted, and then all of a sudden, after that, you've talked to everybody, and then you go back to your life, and you just start to get depressed and downtrodden, and just kind of, I don't know, just kind of stuck in a rut, man. And then you thinking about Monday's coming, man. You know what I mean? So for those of us that go to church, man, Sunday's here, but Monday's coming, and you just thinking like, all that, everything I said, I'm gonna go back and be the same old person. I got a message for you, man. Push. Y'all keep pushing. If you don't go to church, man, I would admonish you to go and try God, man. Sometimes people will try crack before they try Jesus, but whatever's clever, or not. But even if you don't, man, keep pushing. If ever you've been on a high because you've gotten inspired by inspirational quotes, keep pushing. Monday's gonna come. Push on Monday. Push back, man. I've seen people actually push in the opposite direction. I've seen people live outside of their element the opposite way. And I always think, man, if it could go bad, then why can't it go good? You ever had a kid, man, that was acting out, or you knew of a child that was acting out, or even an adult, and you heard somebody say, that's not you. I've been that's not me. If I'm not into alcohol like that, man. So if you ever saw me sloppy drunk, I've had people look at me if I was sloppy drunk and say, hey, man, what are you doing, man? That's not you. And what I did was I pushed into an element that's not even a part of me. We all have this thing that's a part of our human nature, each and every one of us personally. And sometimes it's bad. We have bad things in our nature. Maybe it's something, maybe you naturally steal, but you're not naturally an alcoholic, but you push through the bad, and you like, man, I'm gonna just go get trashed today. And you push to the bad. Have you ever been out of your element the opposite way? Do that. I right now, man, I'm out of my element. I feel like this is my purpose, but this is out of my element. Sometimes, man, life coming at me as I'm pushing through life. I was meant to do this, but what you see is me pushing past my natural. Pushing past my natural. Push. If ever you get inspired, push past what you're naturally able to do. Y'all keep pushing. That's my little message for today. I was thinking of today. So y'all, man, be inspired. Andre Renee was excellent today. Y'all, like I said, man, go check out his book. Go please. And one more, please go and support this man. Not for you, not even for him, for his purpose, for the purpose that he was put here for. Hey, y'all, that's all the time I got.
But have you ever thought, what if this is all just a dream? And we're just waiting in line to wake up?